See, first of all, it's as simple as this. I ain't gonna stand for you. Matter of fact, I don't stand for nothing I don't want to stand for. You see, what kind of really makes you hot is I'm winning. You're sending all these cards and letters rolling into Mr. Frank Dunny. Don't want Ric Flair to fight Roddy Piper. And what makes it hot is, I went out a couple weeks ago, got me a lawyer, Canadian, fighting his own people. That's intelligence. There you go. I'm glad you're talking really, eh? You're talking really smart now. Got me a lawyer, and this lawyer is defeating everybody that they got in Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens. He's defeating the promoters, and he's defeating all them wonderful, wonderful people in Canada. Doesn't it make you hot that I can do what I want? Doesn't it make you hot that you see, if I wanted to stand up, I would. If I want to sit down, I do. I do exactly what I want to do. If I want to fight the world's heavyweight champion in Toronto, I fight him. Because you see, I'm RP. Oh, yeah, Ric Flair's going around weeping, saying, oh, he calls himself all kinds of stuff. Calls himself Hot Rod. Of course, that's different, you see. I don't call me Hot Rod. She does.
Only a few short years ago that in the Maple Leaf Gardens we saw a new world heavyweight champion crowned. That situation could indeed occur again in the Maple Leaf Gardens on the 20th of February when Ric Flair, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, defends that title against one of the most controversial wrestlers in the world today, Roddy Piper.
Well, let me start out by saying that Toronto, Canada, and Ric Flair have gone round and round. It's without a doubt one of the greatest sporting cities in the entire world. And Frank Tunney is without a doubt one of the greatest wrestling promoters to ever sign a wrestling match. He has made Toronto into one of the national cities with which every great wrestler hopes to pass through. I'm the world champion. In Toronto, I speak your kind of language because I like competition. I like it at its best. Toronto, as we used to say, woo, it's going to be party time. Because, Piper, you and I are not strangers to each other, but you're not the world champion, I am. And just as Toronto loves beautiful women and fine things, it's a beautiful city, Gordon. One of the most beautiful cities in the whole world. And they recognize greatness, they recognize beauty, woo, they recognize a man when he comes to town. So Toronto, woo, just as in the past, the world champion, Ric Flair, is going to walk that ramp, woo, looking as only he can look. And Roddy Piper, for thinking, Daddy, that you're a half the man I am, you're going to have to pay your dues. Toronto, Canada, the Big Daddy's coming, and it's going to be party time. Woo!
Toronto, of course, the home of the CNE. It's fitting. The World Championship should be held there.
People are talking. They say, why are people making petitions so Ric Flair won't have to defend this title against RP? So I went and I paid a whole bunch of money. I paid $150 to have this tape shown here on TV so you'd realize, why, look at that. Look at me come out of there like a tiger. Huh? Whoa, what happened to your idol? What happened to the great Ric Flair? Oh, that couldn't, he's not bleeding, is he? Oh, no, yeah. No, he says, yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's going to be able to come back. You see, what this is here, whoa. Oh, is that lightning fast? You moved like lightning, sounds like thunder. Look at that. Oh, Ric Flair's rocking. Ric Flair cannot, oh, down goes Ric Flair again. My goodness, his head is bobbing, yes. Yeah. No, it's not time to feed the fish. No, are you kidding me, Flair? Get your buns up. You see, look at that. Foot in the face, right? All I need to do is beat my chest, man, and swing from a vine. That's it right there. You see, that's why people there in Toronto are saying to me, they're saying, Roddy Piper, please just don't show up in Toronto. Please don't bang his head into the mat like you're doing. Please don't rub his face and humiliate our idol that we have in the Maple Leaf Gardens. I mean, after all, he's the best thing we have. Since you. Oh, Rick, come on, hit me. Do something. You see, folks, what you're watching here, lucky. That was a lucky shot to the belly. That was like, you see down there, that was lucky. I'm talking horseshoes and that large nose of his, man. Yeah, I'm not saying there ain't going to be no kind of struggle. But what you're looking at right now is the last time I fought Ric Flair. And you know what happened? At that time, he was United States heavyweight champion. You know what happened from there? I became the United States heavyweight champion. In other words, I beat him, and all these petitions and all this stuff that you're setting in ain't mean nothing. Yeah, gotta throw me outside, right? He said, aha! Didn't even phase RP! Here he comes like a tiger! Yes, sir, Jack, look at that! Oh, referee says, stop, Roddy, stop! I looked at the referee, I said, take a cab, Jack. You see, folks, that's what I'm talking about.
The heavyweight champion, Ric Flair, has got his hands full because Roddy Piper, you finally got the match that you asked for.
You see, first of all, I ain't standing for you. RP obviously does what he wants to. If RP decides that he wants a match with the world's heavyweight champion in the Maple Leaf Gardens, RP gets it. If he decides, thank you very much, sweetheart, if he decides tomorrow that he wants to fight the heavyweight champion of the world, tomorrow he fights him. How does it feel to be able to do what you want to do? Well, let me tell you. If I would like to stand, I stand. If I would like to sit, I simply sit. If I want to fight, I fight. How does it feel? How does it feel to be able to do what you want? How does it feel to lose to Roddy Piper? All the folks in Toronto know what it's like to lose to Roddy Piper. All the petitions. Canada loses again. United States beats Canada at hockey. Their national sport. Maple Leaf forever. How does it feel to lose to a man? Now you have an idea what Flair's going to feel like. How does it feel to do everything you can possibly do? And nothing works. How does it feel? I wouldn't know. You see, I ain't never lost at nothing in my whole life. Never in my life, and I ain't losing tomorrow, ever. You're looking at the new heavyweight champion, mister. How much rod can you handle? Toronto, not too much.
Upcoming, the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair.
Well, Gordon Soley, February 20th, I'm going to walk into that Maple Leaf Gardens and to coin a phrase that the people in Toronto and I have kind of put together, it's going to be party time! Because Roddy Piper is coming to town, and he thinks that he's going to take this from me. Now, you see, Toronto, Ken, and I go back a little ways. We've done it all together. I have loved the town, and I have loved the ladies, and I think that they've come to respect me because I am a champion, and I am a man, and this is mine. And Roddy Piper, let me tell you something about Toronto. You know what they love best? They love a man that'll get in that ring and he will bleed and he will sweat and he will pay the price to be where he is in professional sports. And that's Ric Flair. So, Piper, you come in there in your kilt, blowing your bagpipes, telling the whole world that you're going to be the new world's heavyweight champion. Because I'm telling you it's not going to be. It's going to be party time. And I don't care if it takes 60 minutes. I don't care if it takes all night long. Toronto, I'm promising you something right now. The damnedest fight you've ever seen. Because Piper's a dude. We both know that. And he's not to be taken lightly. But when I walk that ramp, woo, look at it, only I can look, Gordon Soley. We know, don't we, Toronto, that when I crawl that squared circle, and Piper or anybody else, it's going to be the man versus Roddy Piper.
One sobering champion, and that's the fact that the title has changed hands in Toronto before.
Well, we realize that, Gordon. That's why it's going to be double party time. Woo!